You're fucking trash.
All right.
You are
Tofu.
dick on the
Zach,
ground, cock on the
you're not
block,
listening.
cock
Zach,
on the
bro.
walk, phallus
Zach
in
and I
the
have a
palace,
100% win rate,
chode
bro.
on the fucking
100%
road. You
win
suck.
rate.
Alright, on 3 hours of sleep, bruh. I'm here to prove a point, man. I've been getting this shit all fucking, not all day, but you know, I've been seeing this shit a lot. You know, some of my favorite content creators and shit keep on getting shit if they want to do reset method, so I'm about to prove it that reset method is not as great as y'all think it is. So, I'm on 3 hours of sleep though, so let's see how this goes. So, time starts as soon as I am going to be doing this by a basic just timed method. How this is going to work is time starts as soon as I start mashing buttons, and time ends as soon as I fully close out the application. So let's try this out. And why is my life split not working? Hang on. Do I have global hotkeys enabled? No, I don't. Let's try this one more time. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. .72 seconds. It's exactly what I thought it would be. Well, I mean, not exactly, but I figured it'd be around 30 seconds. So I could round that up and say 31 seconds. Let's go and figure out how long it takes to just degular runaway. I promise you that shit isn't as good as you think it is. I promise you that shit is not as good as you think it is. I have tested this shit, and I did a run where 10-minute test where I actually got less. So here's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna test it by at the end of the reset, at the end of the runaway, I'm gonna restart it. So by the way, this Regice skill is very strong because I have 0 gym badges. However, I can easily still prove this point. You don't need to have any gym badges or be able to catch this to be able to show that it matters. So time starts as soon as I start moving. Time ends as soon as the runaway screen clears and I'm back at the statue, if that makes sense. So it might take me a couple of tries, but I'm going to do this anyway. So my goal is to have a perfect run with no movement mistakes and show that this is what happens. So let's get going. Nope. So, a 4-second time loss because I made one mistake. This method fucking sucks dick. I don't know why the hell people keep on talking about it, dude. It sucks. Let's restart. Let's try again. Let's try again. See if I can do it again. Let's see if I can do it with no mistakes and see what happens. Nope. I split a little bit early there, but even if I did, it's a time loss. This method sucks. Stop using it. All right, but let's keep going. We're going on to Regiice now. So I lost 3 seconds for one mistake, and I may have moved unoptimally, but you understand where I'm coming from. This method is trash. I don't get it. I really don't. So I'm moving on to Regirock, and again, I don't have bike because I'm before Gen 1. I don't have Corviknight Taxi because I'm before Gen 1. But it doesn't matter, because I can still prove a point. And I knew that this method was trash. I didn't realize how trash it was. I think the best one is probably going to be Regiice is what it's good for. But you know what? We'll keep going. So now we are at Regirock. Again, we're going off the same testing method. If I make a mistake, I'll continue to show it because it will prove a really good point, because you're not going to make a perfect movement. You're not going to do perfect movement every single time. I promise you that. So, I'm going to save right in front of the statue. I'm going to do a hard reset. Oh, not a hard reset, but a software reset. And I'm going to start straight from this screen, and time stops as soon as I close out the application. So, let's go. And the nice thing about resetting is that you don't have to wait for the encounter to end. You can actually end it as soon as you understand, look, this isn't shiny. Like, boom, that's not shiny. Boom, I just closed out the application. Just like that, 30.7 seconds, just about what I did before. And even if I wait a little bit longer, my margin for error is a lot easier to clear. I mean, and I know that the only thing that's potentially fucking with this data is that I know for 100% fact that Regirock is shiny locked, because I don't have the gym badges for me to be able to catch it. So let's reset the freaking reset timer. I am going to again do my method where when I hit run and when the screen is when the text box is cleared, that's when I go, because that demonstrates a full cycle. It's just all right, I'm not used to this one, so it's gonna take me a little bit to get used to it. But let's try it. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoops. Three mistakes. I'm not gonna count this one, but it's still a good demonstration. Even though there's a little bit more text going on there, it doesn't matter. I have the smoke ball, I'm fleeing. I'm just going to reset because that was way over time. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my god, fuck my life. So I'm still going to keep that in there because one mistake is still a really good example. Because I think making one mistake isn't rare in the slightest. So, here we are again. Time does not stop until we get a clear box. Okay, so 3 second time loss. That's pretty consistent. Again, I'll do this with Drago too. I do have a shield file that actually I'm hunting Regidrago on. But yeah, let's just keep going. I don't even know if I have my shield in here, actually. It might be in my car, because I went somewhere with it. But, oh, okay. Well, let's keep going. Alright, and 3, 2, 1, go. I can already tell this is going to be faster. Just looking at the clock in comparison. mashing. Like, I'm not doing this. I'm really intentionally trying to be unbiased here. But this method sucks. Just straight up, it sucks. And we don't stop until we. And you can already tell it already sucks. Moving on. Method sucks ass. Whoever's in Dallas's thing saying it was faster, you're wrong. We are at Regiice. So I think the reason why people think it's slower. I mean resets are slower is because when they get to the encounter screen, they automatically assume that that's when time should stop, and I don't think that's the case. I think, or as soon as you hit run, the time should stop as soon as you complete the cycle and are at the screen, like right here, sitting right here. Because that is truly how it works. If you time yourself over a 10-minute period, you're probably not going to get. You're probably going to be behind on resets. Actually, I mean, not resets. You're going to be behind on runaway encounters versus reset encounters. So, again, same shit. Just so you guys know, full transparency. This is how it works. Time starts exactly when I start mashing. And 3, 2, 1, go. So, I think, I don't know how people are getting, because I've heard this multiple times where, oh, you're saving a few seconds. I think my initial testing method with Regieleki was flawed when I said that there was a 6-second time save. But, again, we're going to go Regiice. I'm not going to do some, like, frame perfect reset shit. So, like, right there, 30.73 seconds. I'm getting a consistent time each time. And even if you say, well, Aaron, you should wait until the software is fully closed out, even then, it's probably only saving like a quarter of a second. It's not like, again, the point of this is to show that runaway method sucks. It's just not good. Just when you demonstrate a full cycle, it sucks. There's no reason why you should do this much extra effort for literally no time save. Even if it was a 5-second time save, I would argue that it's not that worth it. But it's actually slower. I don't understand why people just didn't test this originally when they were originally coming up with these claims. I saw a video of a guy saying that it was like, oh, here's how to hunt the Regies fast and showing runaway method. It's not faster. It's not. Stop saying that shit. All right. So time starts as soon as I'm gonna engage in this encounter. I'm gonna run away, and then I'm gonna show myself. What is it called? I'm gonna show myself leaving. I don't know if Cryogonal will run away by itself. Maybe not. I'm gonna put Raichu up front just for consistency's sake. People use smoke balls usually for Amoonguss or some other shit. Time starts as soon as I start moving. 3, 2, 1, go. This is actually a bad route. I'm not going to use this route again. Because this isn't fair. I need to show a fair encounter rate. See, I think, while I do that, I think what people do is they stop the, like, encounters, like, right here. Or, in some case, they may stop it right as they hit run, but that's not how it should work. It should work that you stop it right at the screen, because this is when the cycle is completely completed. So again, time starts as soon as I start moving. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm gonna count that because that was actually pretty optimal. There really wasn't a mistake made there, and even if it was probably a half-second mistake. So again, you got to count this loading screen right here. And I probably should have taught, like, look at this. Just look at this. I thought this one would be faster. I think this one's the worst because of how far it spans out from the room. I probably should have timed that, but you know, look at that. That was 34 seconds. That's not good. That thing, in order for it to be worth it, it should be about 25 seconds. And there's no way, even if I had very, very, very optimal movement, that would have been at 25 seconds. No way. So, yeah, just stop saying the shit that it's so much better. Stop saying that it's even a couple seconds faster. It's not a couple seconds faster. It's slower. So, let's move on to Regirock. I can't do it on this account. On this one, I can only do it on my shield file, which I will go. I'll be back shortly to go grab that. Be right back. Okay, so I am indeed at Regirock on my account. All that good shit. Now this one I actually can get shiny, which is funny, but because I'm gonna be hunting this later. Again, time starts right as soon as I start mashing. So 3, 2, 1, go. I don't think this is gonna be any different. In fact, I think this puzzle is gonna be harder. I actually forgot how to do it, so I may actually have to redo this a lot. But I shouldn't have to really go too much into detail. You guys can see the results. This isn't that good of a method, and I'm just blown away that no one's ever thought to just fucking test this. That was a little bit slower, but 32 seconds, whatever. And this is how fast I reset. You may not reset as fast, but the point is that if the runaway method's worth it, like in previous generations, for example, hard gold, soul, silver, electrode is 100% worth to do in the runaway method, in my opinion. Because you're encountering just as fast as a random encounter, but it's actually more consistent. So, we're going to reset this statue, and we're going to do a full movement. We're going to do like a full thing, a full cycle. So, from start to finish. So I'm just gonna make sure I know how to do this puzzle. I'm pretty sure it's this, that, yeah. So I'm not sure how to do this one optimally, if I'm being honest, but I still think I'll be able to prove a point. The fact that I have to go and do all that zigzaggedy bullshit is just gonna show that it doesn't matter. This sucks. It just does. There's no way that this is gonna be that much faster. And again, like, I would say in order for this to be worth it, you would need at least, in my opinion, runaway methods should only be worth it if you're saving 10 to 15 seconds. But at minimum, I think 5 seconds is a good way to go off of. And I don't think you're going to save 5 seconds. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, start moving. Okay, I think that was actually pretty good movement. I don't think there's really much more of an optimal path. So I'm just going to go straight up here. This one may actually be faster. Who knows? But I think it's just the combination of loading screens and transitions and waiting for battle animations to finish, throwing out the Pokemon. I think it's just so much slower for that reason. Time stops as soon as I hit the 32 seconds. So what? My last one was 34, I think? Maybe it was 32. I don't remember. The point is, this method sucks. It really does. That was with no movement mistake. I don't think that this is really that crazy. I think over time you're actually going to lose more resets and more encounters, because when I tested this with Regiice, I was constantly going at it for 10 minutes, and I actually ended up with one less encounter over the span of a 10-minute period. The runaway methods were slower for hitting that number. So I'm gonna finish editing this shit. I'm gonna get it together. I'm not gonna do Regieleki. I have shiny Regieleki, so I can't really do it. But I don't think I need to. I think it's 100%, because this shit is annoying right here, because you have to do 1, 2, you have to do freaking This one's more annoying. I think the Regirock and Regieleki are the worst ones, and I think that it's not going to prove much of a point. You're not going to save 5 seconds doing a Regieleki reset. The reason why, and to give you guys an example as to why I'm saying 5 seconds would be a good way to understand if this was good or not, because you're losing about 2 to 3 seconds per mistake. Because whenever you don't hit this, and then you got to come back around and do it again, you lose about a second when you miss. And even when you go back, you kind of like when you backtrack, you lose and have to go back and restart the puzzle. Loses about another second. So you're losing like 2 to 3 seconds per mistake. If you make 2 mistakes, you've lost more time than if you just reset. So, I just can't justify this method. If you like this method, if you like doing it, fine, do it. But don't come to streamers and don't come to anybody else who's doing resets and talking about why aren't you doing it, because it's not good. This just sucks. So, have a good time, have a good day. I hope you guys learned something new, because I sure did. I didn't think it'd be this bad, but it clearly is. So, hope you guys have a good night, though. Peace out.